Okay, so just tell me some of your thoughts about the game tonight, Ian, and just your general feeling.
I think it was a good performance by us. You know, we had a decent start in the first half where we played some great football, and I think initially when you come in against one of the league leaders who play some good soccer, you have to raise your game, and we have done in the last couple of weeks. You know, raised our game and scored a couple of goals and put on a few points. But tonight was a different game. Tonight was a little bit more personal after reading some of the things they were making comments about how good they were and how much they were better than everybody else in the league. So the mentality going into the game is you want to teach this team a lesson, and I think we did that tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't take our chances, and with them going a man down, it's very difficult sometimes playing against 10 men.
What do you think happened out there? When you guys went a man down, it seemed like it was tough for you guys to really maintain possession, and they really seemed to turn it up a notch there.
Well, I think that, I don't believe that they turned up a notch. I think that they were smart of how they played after going a man down. You know, when you play against 10 men, it's not very easy. It's not easy to break 10 men down. They had one guy who stuck up front, and the rest of them were defending. They're smart footballers. When they get the ball, they try to waste time. They play for fouls. You see the goalkeeper at the end there diving all over the place, getting yellow cards. I think that's what they were all about after they go a man down, and that's smart football. You know, fair play to them. And frustrating for us. It's been a frustrating year really for us, because you know, going into games like this, we want to do the very best we can. We have fantastic players here, and we have great quality who can win these games. And unfortunately, you don't take your chances, and you come out of the game 1-1 again.
You know, they played a really physical game, like you said, a lot of gamesmanship, a lot of fouling, grabbing. Did that affect your guys' strategy or play on the field at all? You said you guys felt frustrated.
Slows the momentum down. You know, when people dive and winning and playing for minutes and trying to run the clock down, it's very hard to play against that, and it's very frustrating. And I think, you know, they got the better of us in that they were diving and taking extra minutes away from us. So for us to try and keep our head and keep our momentum going, it was difficult. You know, every time the referee stopped the game, it slowed us down. We had to start from scratch again. So it's disappointing for us, but you know, we take the positives from this game. You know, there was some great soccer out there. We did create some great opportunities, and we move on to the next game where we definitely want to win 3 points.
And what are you guys going to be working on specifically the next couple days before Sunday? Let's try to get these 2 home wins.
Well, I think after the weekend's game in Minnesota, the win there, we get a point here. You know, 4 points from the 2 games. It's not too bad going into the final end of the season. We still want to keep on continue winning games. The next game against Baltimore is very personal. You know, after the game that they played against us and beat us in their place, we've got a debt to pay there. You know, we have to get at them from the very first minute and try and win those points. So when we come back into training, we'll have a little rest tomorrow. The day after, we'll be upping the tempo a little bit and making sure that we are all over them from the very first minute on Sunday.
And you guys got some new guys coming in to training this week. Iba, Khalif, and Kevin pretty soon. How do you feel? Is that going to cause any chemistry issues so late in the season, trying to incorporate them into the system?
I think that's part and parcel of football. I think when you've got a team and a franchise who's wanting to go places, things like this always happen. You know, you've got some quality players who are coming into this franchise because they're moving in the right direction. I think it can only help us. It can only provide a competitive environment, which is exactly what we want going into the end of the season. We want the best players playing, the first 11 playing, and we want to move on in this future and obviously do very well in this championship. We have to continuously focusing on that in training this weekend and introduce the new guys in the right way, who are quality players, what we've already seen, and I'm sure we're going to have a great finish to the season.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Guys, all right?
Absolutely.
What did you see on DK's goal?
On the goal that he scored, I think it's a typical Bright DK goal. I think you look at him, his strength and his power is so hard to defend against. And when that guy gets his full body and power behind his shot, you know, there's very few goalkeepers that can actually stop him. And he's got a very bright future. I think he has to continue to work hard. He's a great kid. He's a kid who wants to learn and who can learn a lot in this game. And I think that he's going in the right direction. You know, and playing games week in and week out and scoring goals in front of fantastic, what do you call public? The public. And it's great for him. You know, it's a great experience for a kid who's so young, and he'll continue to get better because of it.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. All right, guys.
Thanks, Ian. Take it easy.